Vintage Design is a business that supports the real estate industry. We work with new home builders. So when somebody goes and purchases a new home built by one of our builder partners, they would come into one of our showrooms, such as this, and meet with our designers that are on staff and select interior finishes. With plus 6,000 SKUs that we have to choose from, you can imagine that the combinations are endless.
We were very heavily Excel based. So in order to do our jobs and to keep the amount of data that we're required to keep, a lot of things were being updated in as many as 5 different files.
We've chosen FileMaker Pro for our database platform. It's a rapid application development platform, which is great because it helps keep the cost down, allows us to develop very full-featured solutions for companies. There's really nothing else that measures up to FileMaker within that mid-sized database space. It can work for a very small company, 1 or 2 people. It can work for a company with hundreds of users.
It's extremely attractive. That's one of the major benefits that we found working with Bob and the Alchemy Group.
One of the things that we learned early and often was Bob is very methodical in his process, and he's skilled at this because of the experience he's had in working with many different companies. But he actually became somebody that could add to and challenge our business process because he was taking a fresh look at it. And the thing you get with Bob and Alchemy is the ability to do that.
Not only could he figure out what we needed, but he was able to do it artistically, and he was really able to relate to what we were talking about in real life. So it was a great combination.
People who I worked with on this project being very much invested in the project, understanding its value, understanding what it was going to do for the company, and wanting to be a part of that.
It's really exciting now. It's a fun time of the project because now we're just getting to fine-tune it and be able to really add that next level of value because we've got the core piece nailed down and people are benefiting from it. One of the additional benefits of the FileMaker system and working with Bob and the Alchemy Group in specific is that they've given us complete autonomy to be able to be self-sufficient in this database. They've worked very hard at things like import and export tables so that we can have access to the information that's contained in the database in ways that that works for us and that gives us accessibility.
It's been very exciting how smooth it was, how smooth and how complete it rolled out from the very first day.
What used to be perhaps a half-hour-long process on a per home site basis is now literally a 3-minute process.
It was easy to learn, it's easy to work with, and not one person has said to me, I can't do this now. There's nothing we can't do. They've had to say, show me how, but there hasn't been a single I can't.
It's actually changed 2 key things in my estimation for our company. One, it's enhanced our culture. The average associate here is more excited about working in this system that makes their job easier and allows them to work on higher order tasks, things that they can use to bring more value to the organization as opposed to just administering things that weren't very difficult but were time consuming. Second is ultimately in the long run, it's also going to help be scalable. We can keep our team kind of close-knit and scalable and therefore meet the growth without adding bodies. And the obvious byproduct of that is a successful organization from a financial perspective, but also from a human resource and human capital perspective. The system has become a cornerstone now for our business, and aside from just the fact that I think people want to forget the old way of doing things now, that they're comfortable with the new one, certainly if we took it away, even for a day, I think we'd have a bunch of kicking, screaming, and toys being thrown, and my own included.
The system? If it disappeared tomorrow, I think we'd mutiny. It is night and day.
Our owner has even gone so far as to say in his 26 years of business, short of any human capital decisions, he might rank this at the top of the list of the best investments he's made.
We're big fans of it so far. We've received quite a bit of efficiency from it.
They expected a very high level of excellence from us, and it was sometimes a challenge, but always a pleasure to deliver that level to them.
But I can't really envision meeting the challenges that the next 5 to 10 years in our industry are going to have without this system.
Coffee, if it could just make coffee.